Hi there, welcome back to my channel, Whispering Willow Oracle. Today we're going to be doing another current energies reading. Obviously, as you can see, we're in a little bit of a different environment than usual. I'm filming outside, so hopefully nothing too noisy happens and there's no interruptions. But of course we welcome the bird song and the wind and all of the natural noises. I just wanted to say before we get started, we had two beautiful yellow butterflies fly by right before I started speaking, and there was kind of a dragonfly like flying directly towards me, so I feel like it's a good sign. I was a little bit unsure about whether I wanted to film out here. I don't have access to my normal area right now, helping some family out, and they're staying at my home in town, and my partner and I actually we've been working on a project. We bought kind of a farm and a place where we want to build a home eventually, but right now we don't have a home here. It's just the farm that we have, and you know, when the weather is nice we stay in the trailer, and it's not a place where we can stay when it's winter here. I live in Canada, so it's pretty cold. Anyways, we were very fortunate to be able to come out here and stay in our trailer while I had friends and family staying with us. So anyways, that's why I haven't really been around too much. It's been very interesting, very interesting time, but it's been good. I have to say it's been really good, and I am very fortunate, and it actually is so nice because it's family that lives out of the country and other members of my family who live or have lived out of town, and so it's very interesting having them so close. We're having a lot of like family dinners and a lot of time to see each other. It's really been lovely. Like, I've enjoyed it. The summer so far has been a lot of work, but also a lot of fun and like very satisfying for the soul. So anyways, I just thought I would share a little bit about my life. Might have some coffee there in a minute. Be curious to know how your summer is going, if there's anything new, and I mean, leave a comment if you'd like, or you can always email me. My email is in the description box. I do offer personal readings. I don't really list it in the description. If you're interested, I do personal readings. Either I can do a video, or I've also done it before, like over text message, where I send pictures and then do like a voiceover, but that might not work either. I think video is pretty good. And yeah, I do like a 15-minute read. Prices I haven't really determined yet, but I don't want to charge too much for a 15-minute read. I'm thinking like, you know, $30 is probably all I'd like to charge for that. If you're interested, please message me with your questions, what you'd be interested to find out about your life, or if you just want a general reading, I can always just do a general look ahead for you, like what the week ahead looks like, what the month ahead looks like, what the rest of the summer is going to look like, that sort of thing. So today we're going to read for your current energies, and I'd like to thank my spirit guides, archangels, and beings of the highest white light for being here today to provide the collective with clear and concise messages. Okay, so the first one out is the Magician, second is the King of Swords reversed, and the third is the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So I'm getting with the Magician, I think that this is more of your energy here. I think you're working on bringing something to fruition here. You're using all of your talents, your gifts, your creativity. You may be focusing very much on your inner world in order to influence your outer world, so that, you know, so that your outer world more reflects the positive emotions that you feel about your life. You've switched in your mind how you want to perceive things. You've become very conscious of how you perceive things, instead of thinking, oh, this really sucks, or I wish I wasn't doing this right now. You're starting to catch yourself in the moment of having those thoughts and changing it and alchemizing your life changing your life simply by catching and changing your thoughts. And you're gonna get so much better at it, and you just need to stick with it and realize that like this kind of a practice is something that takes years to master, but I see that you're going for it and you're doing really, really, really well with this new practice. It's almost like a form of meditation, but you're doing it while you're actively in your life, actively having thoughts. It's like, almost like nothing around you can negatively impact you. Like the world around you is like swirling and kind of going crazy, and people around you might be, you know, nervous or anxious or having a hard time, and you're there, you're acknowledging it, you're capable of being there with them, but it's not penetrating your inner self, it's not penetrating your emotions, it's not penetrating your mind in the way that it may have in the past. Like I feel like you're a very sensitive person, someone who would have picked up the emotions of those around you and made them your own. Like it would be very hard for you to separate yourself from, like, let's say if your family or your friends were having a hard time, that would mean you started to have a hard time because you were worried about them, or you were, you know, their energy of anxiousness or worry was being picked up by you. And now it's like you have this protective bubble around you where it's your inner world is protected by this wisdom, this energy of wisdom that you've cultivated throughout your life. And you never really realized that you were so wise. You never thought of yourself as a wise person because you were always in the thick of it. And while you were going through it, it was hard to see all of the lessons that you were actually learning, and you were learning them very deeply and very profoundly, that a lot of people who go through those things don't end up actually being successful in learning a lesson. And that's okay, because that's the point of the cycle of birth and death and karma, and that's why we're here. But it's like in this life you've become the alchemist. You absorb your experiences in a way that it at this point it's like I'm getting like this chugging energy, like this exponential energy that's just picking up and picking up and picking up, and it's leading to you raising the vibrations in your life and around you. It's going to change your life, but you're kind of at the start of this. You still have challenges to meet for the rest of your life. We all have, even if we become enlightened souls and continue our lives on this planet as enlightened beings or as ascended masters, there's still going to be plenty of challenges that you must face. It's just you have different abilities and different wisdom and the access to different knowledge in order to navigate those challenges and to also help others if they want it. The King of Swords here, with the King of Swords reversed, I think that there's this background of a lot of anxiety and instability, mental instability. Excuse me. Mental instability. And I'm not feeling like this is you. I am feeling like this is an outside energy, like a boss or a husband or a partner or like an influential male in your life who may be going through a period of instability, uncertainty, insecurity. But it's not a real sense of insecurity. It's a mental state. It's their inability to perceive that they have everything at their fingertips because there's some element of their life that isn't going right. And it's an element that they haven't really dealt with before. It's an element that right now they're going through this challenge, and you were there as this solid rock. You're going through it with them, but you're also really trying to provide them with wisdom and guidance. And I think that it's going to take some time to guide them through this experience. It may have to do with like friends or coworkers or a workspace. With the Five of Swords, I'm just getting that there's maybe some people being cut out of this person's life, and those spaces need to be healed and filled. But right now, I'm getting that this is a partner. It could be a friend, a partner, a parent, or a coworker, or a boss, but I'm getting that those spaces getting cut out of their life, for them it feels like a big gaping wound. And you're here and you can kind of see, you've gone through this before, you've felt this, like, you know deep down exactly how they're feeling, you know how hurt they're feeling. It's not making you hurt, it's not damaging your soul, it's not hurting your heart, but it is kind of hurting your heart to see this person who you care about suffer from this loss, knowing that there is a way to come out of this. There's a way to gain wisdom from these losses, but this person hasn't quite got there yet, and that's okay, because this is another lesson that they need to learn, right? And we're gonna have to be patient with this person if we want to be, right? And help guide them through this like mental state, this insecurity and this hurt that they're feeling. I'm getting very much that this is like a situation where it's showing you the contrast of how far you have come. And it's not to be arrogant or full of yourself. That is like the worst thing, right? We are not judging others who maybe haven't gone through what we've gone through and haven't had our experiences. They've had their own experiences and other things where they possess more wisdom or knowledge, right? But in this situation, you kind of hold the key to how to overcome this, how to overcome the anxiety, the hurt, and you're going to be showing them the way. But you're going to be navigating all these experiences, and there's a lot of swords here. I think that this person's worries actually relate to like feeling like they have this loss. The loss hasn't quite taken place, but they envision it as a loss that's going to lead to a loss of sustenance, a loss of money, a loss of security. But you're here, and I don't know why, but in this image, this is how I feel you are. You're like this nucleus here, enveloping this feeling of calm and safety and security and wisdom and knowledge, while all the outside forces, no matter how much they try and penetrate this outside nucleus, you're maintaining the stasis inside. You're maintaining the vibrations inside, which are raised, which are a higher vibration. Now, I know that this is going into like a little bit about energy and stuff, and you'll have to take it as it resonates for you, because obviously this situation could apply to anything. It could be anything that's happening around you that's kind of chaotic, that's lower vibrational, but it allows you to see how calm you are, how much wisdom you maintain, how you can talk yourself through things. And it's like, wow, I didn't realize I was like at this point in my development, but here I am. And you're kind of like, you're like laughing at in amazement about how far you've come, even though the world around you is like trying to like cut you down or cut someone else down who you care about. You just know that there's nothing that can hurt you, nothing left in this world that can hurt you. And it's not because you're jaded or anything like that. It's because you know that there's just nothing that can penetrate your soul. Nothing can harm you, nothing can take your peace away. Everything is going to be okay. And I know for myself, this has been kind of a theme lately, so it's interesting. This is very much coming up for me. And I feel like, the people who are attracted to this channel are probably on a similar wavelength, because often, even though like I'm like, I want to read for my collective on this channel, I relate so much with the messages that are being expressed. And I always think, I'm like, oh, am I just reading for myself? And I'm like, no, I bet the people who are on this channel or who watch these videos are going through similar things, and we're having this shared experience, and how it's expressed might be different, but the energies behind it are similar, because we are a collective. Obstacles to overcome. So this is exactly, you know, this person here, the King of Swords in reverse, this energy, it could be an outside energy outside of you, or like I said, it could be a partner, a parent, a teacher, someone you care about, who's going through a difficult time, and you're going to help navigate them. It's like you're lighting the way for them to see it through. You're supporting them through this challenge. You're guiding them to the other side. There is another side to all of this. It's not just angel. Spiritual guidance and protection from harm. And this came out with the 8 of Swords right on top, where I was saying, like, this is like, I just keep getting that this is your energy here. And ignore, I'm not really getting the traditional message of like 8 of Swords or anything. I'm getting like, this is like a nucleus. You are this nucleus protecting what's inside from all of the chaos of the outer world. And you are trying to use that calmness and that wisdom to help guide whoever you care about through these obstacles, through the hills, through to the other side. And this angel, she has a light in her hand. Like I said, you're lighting the way with the staff here. The staff is lit up, and it's attracting lightning. And I think that it's divine guidance. You're following divinity. That divinity is inside of you, and you're just following it. You will be playing a different role. So it may be that in this relationship in the past, especially if this is a parent or an older sibling, or even a boss at work or a teacher, maybe they normally play the role of guiding you or of helping you or assisting you through challenges. But in this situation, the roles are reversed, and you're going to be the one providing the love and support to this person that you care about, and coming through for them to guide the way. And I think it's almost like you're swapping roles, because this person has supported you so much in the past, and you're so loyal to them. It's like you would do anything for them. You hate seeing them go through this, and you're going to do everything you can to help them overcome the challenge that you can see the other side. They can't. At this moment, they're having a very hard time. So 2 just came out. A fair woman came out. Dealings or relationships with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. This could represent you, or it could represent the person who you are assisting. Ear, good news. This fair woman could also be delivering you good news at the end of this journey. Or it could be that you are providing the good news to this person about how to overcome. Oh, we have the wind picking up here. It was a beautiful breeze this morning, and it still is, but it was nice because I was like, oh, it's not too strong. I won't lose any of my cards here. There goes one. But you know what? I'm going to get, well, actually, no, I won't get that one. I'll get it after. Anyways, I think I'm going to pull a medicine card, the herbal astrology card here, just to see if there's any advice for healing and overcoming. Oh, okay, 2 came out. Okay, so we have here, I want to get my book for this because, of course, I am not, I can't memorize all of these, but we have Amanita, Conduit, and Nettle, Action. Nettle is like a stinging, isn't it? It like stings you. Kind of like, well, I'm going to read the meaning here. Let's see. 42. Amanita, Conduit. Upright, conduit, channel, bridger of realities, connection to higher power, celebration, coming home, family, awakening. Commonly known as the flying agaric or fly amanita, this plant has been used in folk medicine since at least 6000 BCE, making it one of the earliest recorded entheogens, hallucinogenic plant medicines used for religious and shamanic purposes. In Central European folk tradition, fly agaric is perceived as a gateway to the world of nymphs, fairies, dwarfs, and hobgoblins. In almost every tradition, it is connected to the afterworld and to deepening of sexuality. The ritual use of fly agaric is connected to the shamanic rites found in Siberia and Central Asia. Among the Koryak people, the shaman would ceremonially ingest fly agaric, enter a trance-like state, and cross the gateway into the other worlds, after which others would join him by consuming his urine to experience the psychoactive effects. I don't know about that one, but reindeer love this red-capped mushroom, and once they eat them, they behave drunkenly, twitch, make strange noises, and run aimlessly. This led to the custom of tribal peoples collecting and ingesting reindeer urine as a safer way of taking this hallucinogen. Well, although Amanita is considered a deadly poison, the tradition of consuming this mushroom for enjoyment as an aphrodisiac for medicinal properties is still common. Amanita was used medicinally to treat bites of venomous snakes. Oh, that's so interesting. Okay, so in this card, in the nettle card, we have a snake. And, okay, all right, I'm going to keep going, but I feel like there's an interesting connection here. Joint ailments, mental imbalances, and psychological fatigue. Since Amanita has been a medicine used ritualistically for divination, extrasensory perception, channeling, and deep-rooted healing, it greatly embodies Neptune's and Mercury's archetype. Guidance. Your channel is open. Earth spirits celebrate you as you come back home. You feel one with nature and all her offspring, your extended family. You can clearly see through the veil, and your gift of profound insight is now at hand. You are here to be a bridge for the children of the earth, a conduit of safety and healing energy for the newer generations. Embody the medicine of children. Laugh, sing, and play, spreading joy in the world regardless of your age. If you feel disconnected, breathe. Focus on releasing old breath by emptying your lungs with long exhales. Explore by connecting to nature's cycles and co-create with your chosen family to regain a sense of belonging. So the next one. Curious how these are connected, because I feel like they're very connected in some way. So, nettle, action. Direct action, fierce protector, leadership, strength, power, in pursuit of truth, dominance. Nettle perfectly embodies Mars' attributes. When touched, its aggressive leaves cause irritation, stimulation, and increased blood circulation. Nettle is rich in iron, selenium, magnesium, chlorophyll, calcium, silica, and vitamins A, C, E, and K. While nettle is not necessarily a heating plant, it is stimulating. Its sting feels hot as at the touch, and yet it helps to modulate inflammation throughout the body. Used to treat pain for arthritis in ancient Egypt, people would whack themselves with bundles of nettle to treat rheumatism, lethargy, and cholera. Thought that nettles cause the body to release an antihistamine response that reduces inflammation and swelling, alleviating pain related to rheumatism and arthritis. The famous ancient Greek philosopher Hippocrates used nettles in over 60 different remedies. Throughout the Middle Ages, nettles were used to treat shingles, sinus ailments, and constipation. In Norse myth, nettles are associated with Thor, the god of thunder, and with Loki, the trickster god whose magical fishing net was made from nettles. Thick strands of nettles signal that there are thick stands of nettles signal that there are fairy dwellings close by in Celtic folklore, and the nettle stinging wards off fairy mischief, black magic, and sorcery. The Anglo-Saxon held 9 herbs as the most sacred, and their 9 herbs charm, recorded in the 10th century, featured nettles as a protective ally against elf shot, a mysterious pain in humans or animals caused by the arrows of the jealous elves. Nettle also protected against flying venom, a form of black magic believed at the time to be one of the primary causes of illness. Warrior Mars is a representative of our will to survive, protect, pursue, and act. Physically, the element fire within nettle activates to purify and strengthen, emotionally and mentally. It directs ambition, sharpens intellect, and ignites leadership. On a spiritual level, nettle has the power of snake medicine, granting us the power of fire to transmute and protect. Nettle medicine teaches you on a personal level to be strong, protective, and able to handle life in its complexity. You meet difficulties with patience and confidence. This allows for emotional maturity and avoids frustration. Don't withdraw your energy in the face of discomfort. If you have drawn this card today, there is a need within you to transmute some action, thought, or desire. Release the outer skin of your present identity and draw upon the powers of fire to lead and act. Okay, so one thing that I felt with this card, Nettle, I felt like this whole situation here is almost like an antihistamine effect for this person going through it. It's like they're going through this because it's teaching them a really important lesson, which will later come into play later on in life with a bigger, deeper situation. This is kind of like the first step of the lesson, and sometimes the first part of the lesson is the hardest because we've never experienced it before. I also picked up too that this situation could have to do with jealousy, with evil eye, with someone sending negative energy towards this outside situation, and the person they're sending it towards doesn't know how to like protect their heart from evil eye, right? And so this is kind of like them learning that not everyone who appears to be a friend is a friend. I think it is, or not everyone who appears to be an ally is an ally. People can say a lot of things and say that they support you, but when their actions and words don't align, then you kind of see what's real and what's not. And that can be very difficult, right? To accept that somebody isn't actually a friend, or they're not actually like there for you, or they're not there for anything other than to use you, or because they, you know, they're happy when you're sad, or they're annoyed when you're happy. And it's like, that's not a friend. Like, that's not someone who cares about you. Your friends and your allies should be happy when you succeed. They should be happy when you have success in your life, when you're doing well, not jealousy, not wanting what you have. And when you're doing poorly, they should sympathize with you and empathize with you and want to help you, not laugh and kind of be like, oh, I told you so, or you know what I mean? Like, it's just I'm just getting that there is a lot here with this energy of outside forces trying to come towards this person and take them down, and this person is feeling that, you know, it's hard not to feel the negative energies going around us, but there gets to a point, or there has to be a point in our lives where we learn to protect ourselves, we learn to protect our heart, and we also learn how to avoid allowing those energies into our lives to begin with. Anyways, I'm going to leave the messages here today. I hope this helped. I hope it resonated with somebody. If it did, please leave a like, comment, or share the video, and subscribe if you enjoy my channel and you want to see more messages like this. And any suggestions for future type of readings, or type of like pick a card readings that you'd like me to see. I've done a few in the past, like months ago, but I do enjoy doing pick a cards too. They didn't have a lot of engagement, so I wasn't sure if I should continue doing them. But if you guys would like to see that, I could do that, or I could do them in a shorter form so that they're not so long as I've done before. But yeah, I guess like, subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in another video. Take care. Bye.